Hi everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I've got Daddy Milestones helping me in the garage. We have had this garage door sitting here purchased for probably 2 seasons. I asked for a new garage door for Christmas. Well, this is what happens when you have a non-insulated wooden garage door in a heated room. So the former owners had styrofoam sealed up all over this door, and when they moved out, they took it all off so they could move the big stuff out the garage door. The first year we thought, okay, it's not so bad. We weren't using the room regularly, and now the boys are using it as a playroom for their trains. So we're trying to get it kind of fixed up for them. It was already insulated, but the door here is not. And because of that, we get door sweat on this door, and it ends up freezing shut every winter. To prevent that, we have bought an insulated door, and that's what we've got going on. So I asked him to please save me the glass panels from here, because our rental houses have the same kind of door. So we're saving that glass for a possibility of another window getting broke in the future, because if tenants put up basketball hoops, then we end up replacing glass. This will just kind of help that along to have it on hand. So right now, he's got that all done. We're starting with the top panel. With the door up, we've disconnected the springs on the end. That takes all the tension off of them. This is a single door, so it doesn't have the torsion spring that goes across the front. And in a way, we're kind of lucky. We don't have a garage door opener hooked up, so that kind of simplifies it. So obviously, I can't show that process. I don't even know if we'll put a garage door opener on it, because we're not using it as a garage. So to start with, he's disconnected, and I just bought a set of drivers for my drill instead of having to use a socket wrench to speed it up a little bit. Getting those brackets and wheels off will allow us to disconnect this top panel, and then we'll take the top rails off and then continue down the door, taking the rest of them off. So this is not going to be I'm going to show you how to put your garage door up, because he doesn't like to look at instructions very well. He likes to look at the picture, because it usually makes a lot more sense. This is an Ideal garage door from Menards, and I believe it is aluminum with styrofoam. Is that what it is? Insulation?
I don't know. Maybe galvanized or something.
Okay. Well, we decided we didn't want to use any of the old tracks and rails, which would make it a lot faster, just to make sure that everything fits right. And the new one has a lot more adjustment in it anyway. You can see here. The best thing I can tell you is watch this old house video of installing a new garage door and kind of take it from there, because these newer garage doors are a lot different than most of what you'll find on YouTube. I use the YouTube also for learning and for entertainment. So the instruction manual says to put your rails together and your brackets first. We kind of have to do everything a little bit different, because with most things, like this strip of wood here was added because they didn't quite get the garage door opening right. This is supposed to stick over at the edges, at least an inch more on each side than what it is, and it's barely covering the opening. So once your rails are up, the door panels can start going in, and now it'll go along real good. We still have to put the upper rail on. So I've got those here ready to go. And the newer doors has a torsion spring instead of just the lowering double springs on each side. So that's a little different for us, because that's normally only on a double garage door. So George just woke up from his nap. And we're just kind of making adjustments to get the rails just right as we're going, because they give you lots of play in there. Look at this. We're going on to our 4th panel right now. We've got the upper rail up, just tied in place on the end, because the rails are shorter Then our original supports up in the ceiling. I don't quite know how he's going to manage that, if he's just going to drop the 2x4 down for it. It's got to actually bump out that way a little bit. So, that's the nice thing about the internet. You just kind of figure things out as you go. Let me show you this. I love it. Okay, look at this. Look at how nice and crisp this is. You can't tell so much here because of the insulation. But eventually this is going to all get drywalled too. They had put foam insulation up on the top, which was nice. It kept it warm. But because I took the paneling off, he wants to rewire this. They didn't do a great job of wiring. And there's not enough light in there. Look at that. Crap. Total gross and disgusting. So after kind of looking at everything, we just said, no, there's no reason to reuse any of that. There's a bad rail at one of the rental houses that I can take this upright and swap that out real easy. Look at how nice that looks. I've never had a new garage door ever. The only new door we've ever put in, I think in the 20 years we've known each other, is this door right here. When we bought it, it had a hole in it from somebody breaking in, and it was covered with a stop sign. Oh my goodness! That is terrific. So the old door had those glass panels, and for privacy, we had old towels over the door window openings. And I just love that. Oh, it's just great. I had gone through after I power washed when I showed that, and I repainted all this trim, knowing that it just needed to be done before cold. Super great. Super great. Oh. Yeah. What do you think, Georgie? George Pie. What do you think of the door? If you're wondering where everybody else is, they're off with Grandma and Grandpa right now. They're going to have dessert together. And then we'll see them in a little bit, and they will have a nice play in their room here. Oh, super good. So, with every project brings delays and different issues. So with this particular garage door, they don't include a lock because they assume that you are going to use a garage door opener. Well, take a look at these handles that they included. They want you to drill a hole that size through your brand new door. This is the front side that goes on the outside. One for the lower panel and the second to the bottom panel. And it is supposed to attach to this, which is like a foot plate for pushing it down. And it gets attached on the inside like this. Well, this is plastic, it's not metal. And I thought, if you're yanking up really hard on that, if it's froze on the bottom from the door sweating, that's going to snap. And then you've got holes on your door. We still have the torsion spring to do. So it got late last night and we realized we weren't going to be able to lock the door for the night. And normally you can just put a pair of vice grips right here to lock it, or through one of these holes, put a long-handled tool like a screwdriver. All of my screwdrivers were shorter and they kept wanting to fall out. I couldn't get a good angle on them to make them stay. So we ran to Menards before they closed and we picked up this kind of lock. Now you can put a padlock on it so that it can't go through, which is super handy. I have these on our rental houses because they're all the old style wooden doors. Super great to have. A little added security. We put one on this side also. Real good, solid security. It's not going through. So, this is where we came into some more trouble, is right up here. Things of the door were not square. They've added shims here and there. So for the torsion spring, for it to line up, it had to attach to these side rails. The bracket for the torsion spring had to be brought out. So he found some extra lumber that we had here from another project. We always save little bits, because if we would have had to turn around and go to Menards, they were closed. So it worked out really well. So he did this after we came back and decided to quit there And tonight when he comes home, he's going to do some more. So I just wanted to share with you, everybody, he got the garage door completely done. And this torsion spring was no issue at all. Like I had said, the only issue he had was shimming it here because they had brought out and shimmed for the door and it needed to match up. The new style torsion springs only tighten up with a ratchet connector on the cordless drill or your power drill. Super easy. He was able to make it just right to balance. We were able to add the locks to it. We found the perfect spot for the brace at the top. Everything is running smoothly in it, and the door is not sweating. So I noticed that the old door, it had so much water sweating off of it that it was just puddling on the floor, and we're not getting that now. The only puddling that I'm getting is I have to use my garden hose in and out of the house. So I set it here so that I can just pull it through real easy and do my watering for the cows. So this ideal garage door from Menards was a super easy install. This was our first time doing it. We're very handy. We do all our own DIY. So be frugal, attempt this. It took us the afternoon. We took a break for lunch. We got it all finished. It wasn't a huge deal. So if you're not mechanically inclined, you could have this done in a day easy. So give it a try. It was definitely worth the savings. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like, remember to hit that little notification bell so you know when the next video comes out, and we'll see you all next time.